That's the great thing about making your own food is that you can make it to your liking, not to someone else's, right?
Delicious.
With carrots.
Hi everyone, Chef Ed here, your homegrown chef, and today we are at the San Antonio Botanical Gardens with Chef Dave Terrazas and Jorie Weinheimer. Dave, tell us about the garden.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here, first of all. Good morning to everybody. So I'm the Culinary and Wellness Program Manager here at the San Antonio Botanical Garden, and Jorie is our newest member on the team there. She's my right hand. And together we are basically running a program in the middle of a beautiful new expansion area, relatively new expansion area, called the Outdoor Teaching Kitchen and Culinary Garden Space. And so this garden, this lush, beautiful garden, is 1 acre big. It has 34 beds in it, and we're pretty much growing everything on every vertical plane that we possibly can to create as much wonderful garden to plate programming as we possibly can here.
All right guys, let's get to the exciting stuff. Dave, let's take us on a walk so you can show us what we're going to be foraging today.
Let's go.
Dave, this is such a beautiful garden you have going on
Thank
here,
you,
man.
yeah.
I know you have a chef program going on here, right?
We do.
Tell us about the program.
So under the chef program, we are just one of several kitchens in the metro area. And we are teaching a curriculum that combines nutrition fundamentals and a little culinary how-to. And while much of our programming is focused on children, we teach everybody, children and adults. The hopes of that is that chef will become an influencer in sort of a healthier lifestyle, and then it's through a sort of peer-to-peer kind of network, or our class attendees then become influencers. And we're doing that here at the garden. We just focus more on the community level because we're not a hospital. And so, we have this wonderful horticultural space where we can teach about the different greens and veggies and fruits that we're eating.
We brought Chef to our school. We applied for a grant, and they've been wonderful to us and our students. A lot of our students, we live in a community where there's a great need for education about healthy choices and better eating habits. And so many of our students in the pilot program already came to the table with a lot of great knowledge, families that knew about healthy choices, and we were lucky to have so many kids that came to the table with lots of great knowledge. They've had several sessions, 8 sessions, where they increased their knowledge and got some knife skills, and then did lots of great recipes that they could do at home with their families.
What I like most about the chef program is probably it's hands-on, and they don't just show you how to do it and they're like, okay, you don't really get to do anything, you just get to watch. It's hands-on.
What I like most is that I get to learn new things and cook for my parents, so that way they get more ideas, and that way my parents get more experience instead of just going out to restaurants for junk food.
I like cooking and stuff because me and my mom, we go home and we do the recipes, and that's what I like about it.
Right, next.
You strips of cucumber. Right on the edge.
Is it good?
Carrots.
I like it.
All right, guys, let's get to the fun stuff. First off, let me introduce you to my little brother, Teddy Liang.
Hey guys.
What do you got going on here, Teddy? Tell me.
So right now we're actually doing some broth. This is gonna be like a garden broth. It's with
Foraged from everything we have going on here, of course, right?
so we have some Brussels. We have some Brussels leaves. We have a little bit of chives, some green onions, cilantro. There's some ginger, just for the aromatics, also for the digestive system too as well.
Fantastic.
And also some chives.
Yeah, that's great. That's absolutely wonderful. Dave, tell me what you got going on over here.
Absolutely. So we're going to make a one-bowl meal. It's kind of a Latin American and Asian fusion kind of dish. A lot of the same ingredients show up in both, right?
Right, of course.
So this is what we're going to do. Actually, Jorie steamed up some brown rice and some tricolor quinoa, so she's going to fluff that up for our base. So we almost exclusively work with whole grains with the chef program recipes, and it's just such a healthy thing. We actually grow quinoa here.
Really?
Yeah, you would have thought, or at least I would have thought that quinoa was a cool weather, high altitude Andean kind of deal. We, for 2 years in a row now, we've actually grown red and white quinoa here and it's just amazing to see these beautiful 5-foot bushes.
I really can't wait to see that.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you the bowl.
Okay.
We're going to make a one-bowl meal here, so if you don't mind, give you a spoon here. Can you fill me up with a little bit of both of those grains?
Sure. So tell me, Dave, what exactly is a one-bowl meal?
So the idea here is to, like, in a most simple, one kind of pot or bowl or vessel, get a balanced meal out of it, full of nutrition, a little bit of your complex carbohydrates, some nice healthy high quality protein, and then as much veggies and fruits as we can get into that. So since we're talking about Latin American and Asian cuisine, the idea is to take some Peruvian, quinoa, and some, Asian style rice right here. So in this bowl, we're going to add a couple of different things. The way we teach this particular bowl is that we start with adding a couple of leafy greens, and we're growing chard right now. We're growing Italian chard. Yeah, it's beautiful. The cool thing about this is that it's more resistant to heat and water, and the different catalytic effects that will make spinach kind of wilty and watery, right? Yeah, chard tastes virtually the same, has slightly more mineral content, kind of like beets a little bit, but it holds up to temperature well. So we're just going to toss some of that in there, that bowl. But leafy greens are only part of the story. We need to take non-leafy greens and get them in there as well. So we've got some zucchini right here we need to add into our bowl.
Okay, let's go ahead and add
I
that.
cut those about a 1/4 inch thick, right?
Beautiful.
Some broccoli. Yep, look, baby florets here that we cut up. All right. That's beautiful, right? It's full of lush greens in there, but we need some color. We need to make this thing pop, right? We're chefs after all. So we got some shiitake mushrooms we're going to add in there. I sliced up a few. You want to slice that other one up?
Get the other one
All right. There you go.
Thank you, Chef. So these go right on top?
Yeah, bring
Right
right
over
in.
the top. Good.
So right now we're leaning kind of Asian, but we're going to get some other ingredients in there as well that we think are more Latin American, But before we do that, we got to get some color in there. And so we've got some carrots we're going to add in from the garden. Cool. And the cool thing about the garden here is that our gardeners are so good at growing things. They don't just grow the orange carrot. They grow all kinds of heirloom produce. So these cosmic purples are unique in that they're purple on the outside. They're full of antioxidants. They're the anthocyanins, those molecules that make them purple.
Right.
But you look inside, they got this beautiful starburst pattern. They go from orange to gold. Yeah, and they're kind of spicy in flavor profile.
Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful.
I always like to say we eat for color. If you're eating for color, if you're eating the rainbow, you're doing a good job, right?
You can't deny the rainbow there. It is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
God, that is gorgeous.
It's wonderful. Yeah.
So these are going to go right on top?
We're just going to put them right in there. All right. Now the next thing we need to do is get some healthy fats in there. Some healthy proteins, right?
Yes.
Of course, proteins come from both animal and plant-based sources. So we're going to start with the plant-based sources first with some edamame. And so in this bowl here, edamame, soybeans.
Right.
We're just going to add some of those in there. Plus they add some nice textures.
I like the pop of color as well, too.
Yeah, especially against those carrots.
That's great. Okay, Dave. Carrots, soybeans, broccoli. Now, I remember the struggle with my kids.
Yeah.
This would not have gone well.
Okay.
How are the kids open to all these things?
Well, having a garden here gives us one sort of advantage, one particular advantage. And that is, we hear this a lot. My kid won't eat carrots, right? Or the kids will tell me, I don't eat carrots. And when I ask them, why don't you eat carrots? I don't know. And so really what we tend to think is that there isn't really a relationship established yet. So what we do is we get them out there, we show them when these things are ripe, when these beautiful veggies are ripe, and we actually have them harvested out. A lot of kids won't eat zucchini, but they'll eat their zucchini. So the second they pull it out of the garden, we know that tactile sensory experience has started a relationship with them.
I really like that a relationship with the vegetable.
Yeah, absolutely.
I never thought about
Which is to say the living world, right?
Right,
Other
right.
living beings, yeah. And so they'll come back here, they'll want to cut it, and just out of curiosity, it piques their curiosity, and then they've got to know what it tastes like. They taste it, then they realize, hey, maybe I don't not like it after all, right? And we also provide it in a way that makes it understandable. So there's nothing out of the ordinary here, except we're throwing a little curveball when we add a purple carrot to that. So now we've got to dress this, right? Actually, no, I'm sorry. Let me go back a little bit. We've got to get our almonds in there because we've got to get some more protein.
Let's definitely get the almonds in there.
Okay.
Good.
And then Jorie cooked up a chicken breast for us. And of course, whether you're plant-based only or you eat different sources of protein, including animal-based, this dish is really wonderfully adaptable for that. So we're going to add a little bit of chicken breast, just sliced up on the bias there.
Fantastic. Jorie, go ahead. Let's get
put
that
that
in
in
there.
there?
Get in there, girl. Get in there.
Put that
Show us
right
what
on
you're doing.
top. There you go.
Lovely.
Now this would be great, a fantastic dish in and of itself. It's kind of a salad, it's kind of a fuller meal, But we need to dress this up. We need some flavor in there, right?
Absolutely.
So we're gonna move this off to the side for a
Now, I
second.
gotta say, this already looks really, really filling.
That does look amazing.
You,
yeah.
you would think vegetables and whatnot is not gonna be too filling. But this is beautiful. This looks like it's gonna be a very, very hearty meal at that.
Sure. And that's actually the point. So you got lots of mass in here, right? But when you think about it, veggies digest much easier, right, than say animal-based protein like the chicken
Right.
there. And so while this looks full and will leave you feeling full or satiated, that process is much faster and cleaner. So,
Good.
yeah.
Now we're dressing it.
Yeah. So now with all this beautiful color, we're gonna start adding some flavors in there that will really dress this and make it pop.
Rock and roll. All right. So, Dave, I know you mentioned the gluten-free. Tell us how the garden and the chef program here at the garden revolves around the health issues here in San Antonio.
Sure. Well, the chef program was designed by dietitians to kind of address those issues that we all face today.
So the chef program kind of hones in on tackling like the diabetes and obesity problem that we have, especially here in San Antonio. So we create recipes that are fun for the kids, but also really nutritious and kind of gives them or builds those better habits for eating.
Sure, and that's not necessarily a problem just in our city. It's pretty much everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, this is where it starts. These types of community-driven programs that are in the city by folks in the city who understand what our particular challenges and needs are, right? And of course, there's the cultural consideration. We have a tremendous Latin American influence here, and we're sort of addressing that with this here, right? With this recipe here. So, yeah, so we're gonna add some fresh oranges for garnishes, of course, right? So I'll tell you what, I'll move this vinaigrette out of the way and let you
Fantastic.
look at that color in that orange.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We'll bring
beautiful
back
color.
our salad, or one bowl meal, rather. Okay.
Now the chef in me is making supremes, of course, taking it out. But normally, of course, these guys would just be cutting it up, right?
No, not necessarily.
Now you're teaching them supreme.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, fantastic.
We program down to 5 years old, and from about, say, 8 or 9 years old up, we're using knives that are appropriate for their hands. We do have safety knives when the parents request them, which are more of a plastic thing,
Right.
they can get through softer. Well, when you think about oranges, I mean, that's a pretty soft flesh kind of fruit.
Right.
Yeah, and they can get through that. Our older kids, though, and I gotta tell you, we've had kids down to 9 years old using 8-inch chef knives. We actually love to teach the mechanics how to use it properly, and they do just fine with it.
That's great. I mean, to be teaching them a technique like this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's wonderful.
Absolutely.
It's really, really wonderful. I really like that fact that it's going that much in depth into exactly what's going on with the food.
Yeah, no, let's face it, we're in San Antonio, so we do have to add
The jalapeno.
jalapeno. We gotta get a little jalapeno in there. What do you say?
Are we growing this here?
We are. In fact, we grow, 8 different kinds of peppers in our garden. And we grow a lot of different cultivars of the same species. So like 8 different peppers, 7 different kinds of basil, 2 different kinds of mint. And the idea is just to show the amazing range and depth of our home gardens here.
This is really starting to pop with a lot of flavors, a lot of colors, a lot of everything going on in here.
Yeah. Now, we don't want to be afraid of the fats, right?
Right, of course not.
A little bit of extra virgin olive oil in there. And it's okay to add
Avocado.
a little bit of avocado. So do me the honors?
Absolutely.
All right.
Good. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And of course,
That makes me happy. I love avocados myself.
absolutely creamy and delicious and, healthy fats, right, Jorie? Yeah.
We have a lot of recipes with avocado instead of using like butter and fats.
Instead
and
of butter.
mayonnaise.
Oh,
Really,
Yes.
really
Oh,
taking the
yes.
place of those
Yeah.
things.
It's got great body
Nice,
to it,
nice,
right?
right.
It pulls things together well. And the last, my friend.
Vinaigrettes. Here we go.
All right.
So we're just gonna add this right over the top.
Right over the top. Get some flavor on everything there. Got that beautiful orange,
Now I can already see the citrus and the jalapeno, the little valley from the avocado, the broccoli
Absolutely.
crunch. Everything's gonna work fantastic.
Absolutely. And in our community, we happen to notice that even the kids, they're pretty much aware of what sushi is. They love sushi. It's sushi in the city.
It's a big thing.
So they understand the ingredients that go in there. I thought for a little garnish, just to finish that off, we'd add a little bit of pickled ginger.
Of course. That's right. Right there. That's great. I can't wait to
Awesome.
dig into this.
And there you have it, the chef recipe, wholesome whole grain bowl, right? Healthy,
Beautiful.
vibrant, delicious, celebrates our cultures, introduces some new things to the kids, and just a fantastic way to get the healthy into the plate in a way that we can all enjoy.
This is absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look at that one more time, guys. Look at it. Beautiful, healthy fats, crisp greens, lean proteins, everything you want in a meal. Dave, Jorie, great job.
Hey, thank you, chef.
Thank you so much for having us here. This was absolutely wonderful. Guys, come out, see what San Antonio has to offer you here at San Antonio Botanical Gardens. Come take a look, see all the healthy aspects, join in on the class. Thank you so much for joining us. Homegrown Chef, Chef Ed. See y'all guys next time.
We're actually gonna do a little quick stir fry. We're gonna do with some protein with some chicken and salmon. We have some shiitake, shallots, some carrots, heirloom carrots, and also some bell peppers. Yeah, beautiful color, just kind of what Dave was talking about the rainbows to your eyes. It's also to rainbow to your heart. You know, you get a little bit into your stomach. That flavor, the taste.